Monday morning quarterback, and we're not talking about the big game.
Rather, the commercials are what most of us will be analyzing around the water cooler, of course, today. Here to help us break down some of the wins and losses is Steve Merino, the Executive Creative Director at AB&C Creative Intelligence. Thanks for waking up so early with us today.
Thanks for having me.
It seemed like they were playing it safe this year with ads. What do you think?
I think that's pretty safe to say. I don't think that there were any big, bold, controversial ads that we're going to be talking about today. I think for the most part, people played it down the middle, and they relied on the old standards of celebrities and talking animals and babies.
Which would you pick as your favorite?
I thought it was a great night for the commercials.
Okay.
I think that Cars did some of the most thoughtful spots, like the Mini Cooper. This isn't a small car. This is a gay car. That was a nice spot. I think the most well executed one was the Audi commercial.
That was my favorite.
I know.
I was confused. I didn't understand it.
I thought it was so touching.
Well, in the beginning, I thought it was like some kind of medication commercial or something.
Well,
until the car came out.
An Audi R8 can be a medication, apparently. And I thought they actually, Hyundai did a great job with getting the laughs with the Kevin Hart commercials and the Talking Bear. So it was a good night for Cars.
Okay. Doritos was, of course, a big winner with a lot of folks.
Yeah, Doritos has done a great job over the last 15 years. They crowdsource all those commercials. So when they go live, they know that people are going to like it because those are the ones that have gotten the best votes.
Okay, we're looking at it right now. In case you all missed it, it's the one with the baby and the Doritos. The baby kind of chases it.
Yeah, it takes me back to my two kids. So that's for sure.
No Clydesdales.
No Clydesdales.
What the heck was going on with that?
It was, if you were like me, I was waiting for them and waiting for them, and they never showed up. That was kind of the big story. It's been about 20 years, and those spots always tested very, very well. So it's interesting that they kind of put the Clydesdales out to pasture this year.
And we heard you also like the NFL Babies one.
I did like the NFL Babies one. It was interesting to see what the NFL was going to do because this was their party, the 50 years, and I thought they did a really nice job of really tying together the entire country, by showing there are NFL babies in every single city, sadly, except Philadelphia wasn't represented. But
which ones missed the mark?
I thought that the Skittles commercial with Steven Tyler, everyone has their own opinion, but
Steve,
I thought that I don't want to think of Steven Tyler's mouth when I'm putting Skittles in my mouth.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I thought that one was a little off, and anyone that felt like it was too timid or was using celebrities just because for celebrity's sake, it didn't seem like it matched the brand. Okay. Some of those ones didn't necessarily bomb, but they just felt flat.
What about that monkey baby one?
I didn't understand that one either.
That was my biggest loser of the night.
Yeah.
I mean, Mountain Dew, they're talking to, younger demographics, and they usually do some odd spots, but that one just felt, it wasn't quirky odd, it was, this is bizarre. So.
Whether it's a good commercial or a bad commercial, obviously you've got a lot of eyes on your product. I mean, is that basically, you can't go wrong?
Yeah, there are 115 million people watch that spot, and if you think about the #2 watch program of the entire year would have been the championship game. That was like 22 million people. So we're talking about 5 times that amount of viewership. There's no other way that you can purchase that many eyeballs for one singular event.
What can this do for a product, do you think, especially a newer product?
That's a great question. So every year there's about 15 different advertisers where they run a Super Bowl commercial for the first time. And you'll see sometimes it's successful, but a lot of times it isn't. Do you remember Pets.com?
Right.
They did that sock puppet commercial, and 6 months later, they were out of business. So it doesn't always mean success for the bottom line.
They had Jeff Goldblum on Apartments.com. I thought that was creative, singing the Jeffersons thing.
It was really integrated. You're like, what is happening here? And also,
it was a long commercial.
It was a long commercial, but all of a sudden, everything started tying in together. The don't burn on the grill. I thought that was a nice tie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So much to appreciate. Anyone that you think that people really will be talking about today?
Honestly, I think the story is that other than the ones that people said they were pretty good, I don't think there was that massive standout that everyone's going to be talking about. So it was kind of an okay day for advertising, but a great day for Peyton Manning.
Very good.
Well, Steve, thank you so much for joining us at an early hour. We hope you'll be back here next year with us.
Anytime.